morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious. And that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do we do? There we go. Start again. Take 2. 3, 2, 1, beam me up, Scotty. There we go, my delicious little babies. Okay. Now then, so the time in our UK today is around 1:30 p.m. I went to say 11:30 p.m. My delicious little babies for some strange reason. Now then, I hope that you're all super duper well, my little beautifuls. Okay. Now then, so I do have some videos to tell you about today, my delicious little babies. You know, there is no surprise, okay? So what am I going to say? So we've got, I've got quite a few actually. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, so I'm going to start by saying, the first one, this is on, BitChute, my delicious little babies, and it should be under, I think it's under, I flipping forgot to write it, because the reason why I wanted to get other ones out, do you see what I mean, okay? Okay, I think it's under, is it Don't Tread on Me? Because I've wrote another video here to do with that one. I'm pretty sure I have, my delicious. Yes, I have. Okay, my delicious little babies. I think, yeah, I think it could be under Don't Tread on Me. That's the, you know, search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies. Then space bar, BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's on that one. Because the upload, God bless, happened with anybody not in that way, happens to have 4,676 subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? So, now what this is about, okay, it's been uploaded hours ago, okay? And Ben, what's his name? Ben Affleck, or Affleck, whatever his name is. Is it Ben Affleck? And his ex-wife or something was called, what's her name? Jennifer Garner or Garmer or whatever it is. Anyway, I just do not, I know who he is because he's an actor, isn't he? But what I'm saying is that, you know, I didn't even, to be honest, you know, that doesn't mean no. To be honest, my delicious little babies, I never even knew that he even had a daughter, to tell you the truth. I never even knew, okay, because the reason why, because it's not of interest to me, do you know what I mean? So in other words, like, well, you know, would we say that he clothes you and I out here, you know, clothes us, feeds us, or pays our bills? No, so really, he's insignificant, isn't he, my delicious little babies, okay? But I must mention this now. He's got, him and his ex-wife, they've got a daughter called, what's her name, Violet, okay, my delicious little babies, and she's 18, and there she is with this great big muzzle, okay, my delicious little babies. I mean, it's completely more or less covering a bird race. I mean, you know, you can only see a piggly little eyes there, do you see what I mean, okay? And it appears that she's, I do not know how old this video is, my delicious little babies, because like I said, I just do not know, okay? All I can say is, from what I saw, she's demanding, is it mask mandates to come back? So, as we can see, my delicious little babies, there we are, this has been going on a long time, you see. What they do, and that doesn't mean no, what they do is that they roll them out, don't they? So somebody else is behind the curtain, and then what they then do is then they bring somebody else from behind the curtain, okay? So it goes from the actors, and then it can go to their bands. Do you see what I mean? And that's how it goes now then. To me, well, she doesn't look anything like her mother. You know, I mean, usually you say that, you know, one's, you know, I mean, live and let live at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? I mean, But she certainly does not look like a mother, and she's got a father's, there we are, sneaky eyes. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes. Anyway, so as regards to that video, I wouldn't take a blind bit of notice. To be perfectly honest, you know, and of course she's 18. So therefore she's got, there we are, before I even say it, a lot to learn. Okay, my delicious little babies, and anybody who's maybe a teenager who wishes to listen to that crocker shout, well, the best thing to do now is go and get, there we are, damn well educated. Do you see what I mean, okay? So that's that. Because as it has been proved, that muzzles do not work, my delicious little babies. Do you see? Now, something else I want to say to you, so that's the first thing. So the second thing is now, so I was sent a video yesterday, okay? It was only about just over a minute long, and it was showing a part of Brummyland, okay? Because I do not know what the source was, do you know what I mean? I was just sent it, okay? And, well, it was showing, you know, these women in, you know, these long clothing and everything, and you know, their headdress and everything, and it appears that some sort of kerfuffle took place in a, was it a part of a supermarket or something, and it ended up where ones were fighting, apparently. My delicious little babies. It was really rather strange, there we are, to see. I mean, for myself, it looked very much, there we are, staged. But of course, you know, others could say that maybe it wasn't staged. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Well, I mean, we have to really look at things now from a different angle. I mean, what on earth was all of that about? And not only that, but if we really spare a thought, you know how, like, there's cameras here, there, and effing everywhere. Well, it would be very difficult, wouldn't it, to see exactly maybe who was the one who, there we are, started it, if they're all covered up. Okay, so we have to look at different things now, different angles here, okay? But me personally, I just thought it was staged. That's what I thought. But, you know, others may feel rather differently. I cannot tell you, very sorry, my delicious babies, I'm just joining up the dots. I cannot tell you what site it was on or anything, because I didn't have any of that information otherwise. But for some of you, my delicious little babies, maybe you have seen this video that's just over a minute long, my delicious little babies. I'm just really not sure what all of the carry-on was about myself. I mean, in fact, it looked, there we are, very chaotic to myself, okay? Anyway, my delicious little babies, just continue to join the dots. Now then, so let's go on to the next one then, shall we, my delicious little babies? And of course, before anybody says anything, because I know you wouldn't, my delicious little babies, this is not about me being racist, prejudiced, and nothing. No, nothing of the sort. I was sent something. I give my view. There we are on it. I'm a woman with a view. There we are. She'll have me effing view, okay? And, you know, I give my thoughts on what I thought about it. It's such a shame that I never had the details. So I do not know where it's come from. Okay, my delicious little babies. All I know is, there we are, it was sent to me. Okay? God bless, okay? Now then, my delicious little babies, so let's go on to the next one. So we've got, oh, God bless, our lovely David Icke, okay? And his lovely dear little son, Jamie, okay? Now, you know, because he's got his lovely dear little son, Gareth, as well, okay? Now then, my delicious little babies, and of course with anybody, like I said, not in that way, not in that way. He's on BitChute, so, and the good thing about this is that you can comment, okay, my delicious little babies, which I usually do, and I always say thank you, okay, because it's really important, you know. I always say thank you on, you know, both types of videos, because you have Gareth who does, God bless, his own videos. and then you'll have God bless David and his son Jamie, and they do their videos. Do you see what I mean? Okay. So lovely David Icke and his lovely dear little sons is up to 100, or was it 101? No, it isn't. What have I put 100,000? It's 110,000. Sorry about that, my delicious little babies. Why did I do that? Is it 110? I'm pretty sure it's 110,000 and then 645 subscribers. Okay, my delicious little babies, 110,645. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's not 101. It's 110. Okay, my delicious little babies. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Okay, even though I'm talking in the camera, I'm talking, to myself. I usually make, there we are, a lot of sense when I talk to myself, actually. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? But of course, they put it out in the world that if you talk to yourself, it's a sign of madness. Well, I totally disagree with that statement myself. So anyway, so this, on a BitChute, my delicious little babies, search engine of your choice, David Icke, okay, excuse me, David Icke, okay, space bar BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. And the video should read, it's his latest one, God bless them, X payments coming soon, David Icke. Okay, my delicious little baby, so I'll just repeat that again. X payments coming soon, David Icke. Yes, so what David is talking about, this is all to do with Twitter. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now, I get where our lovely David and our lovely Jamie, not in that way, okay, are coming from here, okay, but very sadly, for, say, other parts of the alternative media, okay, they're not, well, I would have to say I'd totally agree with dear David, yes, that what they're doing is, and dear Jamie, is that it's like they know what's going on, okay, but they're quite prepared for others to have, there we are, their data, okay. Now, as we very well know, which we do, that our data has been snatched from us every which way. How? We know that, don't we, my delicious little babies? Just like... if you look over the years, what they put these cookies, so like if you want to go on a certain site, this is not what dear David and dear Jamie were talking about, this is what I'm saying now, and then you get these cookies. So what it is, my delicious little babies, if I happen to come across that, yes, I tend to come back out of it. Do you see what I mean? It's very rare that you will see me say yes, or with some of them it gives you an option to reject. Well, I still... regardless of which, occasionally I would say that, I have had to, or if I click reject, okay, I've had to do that. Do you see what I mean? Because I've tried other ones and it's all coming up the damn well same. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? But for others now, well, you do not always, have that option. In other words, they make it, there we are, more difficult for you. Do you see what I mean? And I'm pretty sure, my delicious babies, that yourselves out there would be feeling the same. Sometimes it's very flipping infuriating and frustrating. Do you see what I mean? Okay, you should just be able to click on something, read up on something, okay, and job done, isn't it? Yes. So, and of course, it's just another way they want to know everything what you're doing, okay? Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention the weather. Well, there's a lot of grey clouds. It's spot the blue sky. It's not as cold. It's a bit windy, and the sun keeps coming in and out. Sorry, my delicious little babies, okay? Usually I mention it at the start, okay? So, yeah, so... getting back to the matter in hand, so what our lovely David and our lovely Jamie are talking about now is that, there are going to be ones who, and especially in the alternative media, where they know that their data is going to be handed to somewhere else, my delicious little babies. You need to listen to the video, really. It's only very short. It's only nearly 9 minutes long, okay, my delicious little babies. But of course, they sort of put all of that aside and still, there we are, continue. Do you say? Whereas with our lovely David and his lovely dear little sons now, well, they do not want somebody else having their data. Do you see? Okay. But we get back to the same thing again, don't we? Where the putrid critter, Elon Musk, he's not there. But of course, they do out there, and especially some, not all, some of the alternative media are right up his effing hole. Do you see what I mean? As far as they can go. Do you see what I mean? Okay? Because they truly believe, for some strange and odd reason, that he's there to help them. My delicious little babies, do you say? He's nothing of the kind. Please excuse me. I'm just going to have a bit of my creamy coffee. Please and thank you. So, yes, my delicious little babies, I mean, this is a problem that you've got, and it is with part of the alternative media, not all of the alternative media, okay? There are some ones, there we are, who do have a noddle and a brain cell. But of course, you've got others where they're just prepared to do whatever. Do you see what I mean? And to tell you the truth, it's there we are, frustrating to see. Me personally, I do not go on Twitter. It will always be that to me. It will never be X. And anyway, what does the X mean? Is it something to do with a woman? She. Yeah. No, there we are. Quite a while, yeah. Yes, I have, yeah. Okay? So it's amazing, isn't it? When they've said over these decades, and they want to treat women now then, do you know what I mean? Like sharks, and then, they sort of change Twitter to X, isn't it? So it seems that they still, let's just say, put a woman there, don't they, my delicious little babies, even though you cannot see. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Anyway, I just thought I'd just mention it, that's all. Anyway, my delicious little babies, so yes, well worth a little listen to our lovely David and our lovely little Jamie, okay? Because what our lovely David and lovely Jamie do is they call it out, the bullshit, because there we are, it's a crock of effing shat. So, of course, they call it out. Do you see what I mean? Good on them, yes, and I totally agree. And, of course, this is why our lovely David and lovely Jamie, they do not get all of the, shall we say, where they're here, there and everywhere, or their numbers soar. And the reason why my delicious little babies is because, there we are, they're telling the damn truth. Do you see what I mean? And, of course, you got over in... Born in the USA, little, there we are, shall we say, effing bullshatters who look like effing weeble wobbles. Do you understand what I mean? That's nothing offensive meant towards anybody overweight. It's just I'm talking about particular, okay? Who, of course, that particular one that I'm sparing a thought for here is also up the effing hole of Elon Musk. There we are, as far as he can effing go. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, so my point to all of this is that the reason for dear David and dear Jamie and dear Gareth is because they tell the truth, you see, whereas if you just tell barefaced effing lies and, just give out lots of propaganda, you may mix it with some truth, okay? Well, if you do that, okay, and you just say a showman, because it's usually a showman, man. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Well, of course, usually then, they'll get here, there and everywhere, won't they, my delicious little babies, do you see? Because they're towing, there we are, the line. Do you see? But when somebody does not do that, do you see what I mean? Well, of course, they're shadow banned. They have lots of different things, to make their lives an awful lot harder. See how I stumbled there, my delicious little babies, okay? So, yeah, but you certainly see over time the ones, there we are, before I even say it, the ones who, follow the leaders. Do you see what I mean? Just so that they can continue to have their lifestyle, and it's all about me, myself and I. Do you see what I mean? Okay, look at me. Then, you also see them actually in some of the alternative media, there we are. They constantly got the begging bowls out, yeah. It's continuing. I was actually going to advertise a video today. I happen to really like that channel, but so many minutes into it, I thought, hold on a minute. I thought this is far more adverts than usual. And to myself, I thought, no. So I never posted it out to my dog and bone. And I'm not going to advertise it either, my delicious little babies. I will not say who it is because I generally like their videos, but to me, way too many adverts. You know, you just want to, there we are, hear what's going on, don't you? Anyway, on that particular video, I just want to mention something to do with what your woman there was saying. She was talking to somebody else, who's the uploader, okay? And what she was saying is that apparently you can have some sort of insurance, you know, in born in the USA. There's a company apparently. You know, we keep hearing about this insurance, don't we, my delicious little babies, anyway? Now, should anybody, God bless their dear little souls, be diagnosed, say with a stage 4 cancer, shall we say, that we seem to be hearing there we are an awful lot about of late, my delicious little babies, very sadly. Well, apparently, no questions asked, apparently. And this insurance company, no questions asked, apparently. See, I've just parroted that out, my delicious little babies. As long as you've got to show, you know, say you've been to a medical, a doctor, or whatever they may be, you know, to say what illness, very sadly, one has got, they can have anything between $35,000 and $50,000. My point to all of this, okay, my delicious little babies, is this really. What is between $35,000 and $50,000 going to do? God bless the beautiful dear little souls. So somebody who really does not have a very long you know, does not have, sorry, a very long time to live. My delicious little baby, sorry about that. Okay, but apparently this can be used, these ka-ching, 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 to help to fund if whomever it may be, God bless them, for them to get treatment. So correct me if I'm wrong here. So I just want to run something by you, my delicious little babies, okay? So correct me if I'm wrong. So wouldn't you have to pay? That's what I would have thought, because in our UK it's the same. You know, you pay so much a month, you know, for those, God bless them, who have always paid insurance. The only one insurance I've ever paid was car insurance, that's it, okay? I will not pay for contents insurance for a home. No, I will not. Okay, I never have done, I never will do, okay? So, and the only bit of warranty I've got, you know, is on my blender, like I've said on another video. Something just said, just pay the extra for the warranty, but I do not have to pay monthly or anything for that, okay? Getting back to the matter in hand now, the point that I'm wanting to make here. So, surely to goodness, you would need to pay monthly, wouldn't you? That's what, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong. I would have thought with my noddle that one would have had to have done, yes, okay? So then if you're going to be paying for treatment, hello, ding, ding, dong, dong, okay, isn't that going back into the effing system? You know, when really ones have, there we are, natural produce, okay? I listened to another video, when was it? Some days ago. Well, I was done telling this, okay, and I've actually talked to others, you know, up the road, down the road, out on the street now, and I heard another woman there now talking about, you know, what they have frightened everybody with, very sadly. And there we are. But I've been done saying it long time, for years. That's why I never give to the charities, do you see? I knew exactly, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, what the crack is. Do you see what I mean? Yes, okay. So to advertise that, okay, on one hand, you could say, yes, you know, just to try and help somebody. But the way I see it is we've got plenty, shall we say, of, shall we say, natural remedies. There we are, that can help. This is all to do with being really strict, okay? And, you know, doing things a different way, shall we say. That's the point I'm making. Okay? But of course, you know, and the putrid little lackeys will not tell anybody that. Do you see what I mean? Because why? Why not? You know, when they're getting ka-ching, 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 billions and trillions, isn't it? You say, my delicious little babies. And if ones would have listened to my videos over the months, you would have cottoned on what I'm saying. There we are. Do you see? You would have cottoned on, you know, straight away. Ding, ding, dong, dong. That's not being rude or disrespectful. There we are, what I'm saying. Do you see? But many are not, very sadly. It's so sad. Really, really sad. Okay. Anyway, my delicious little babies. So, right. So that's that one. So that's you, our lovely David, and our lovely little Jamie, our lovely little Gareth. Okay, but God bless them. But their words, there we are, their words will always get out. Do you see what I mean? And the way I see it is that anyone, like when ones decades ago was saying about our lovely David Art, that, you know, that he's, God bless him, not these exact words, but, you know, a sandwich short of a picnic. Well, really, them themselves, there we are, need a check-up from the effing neck up, don't they? Because he's done this for over 30 years, God bless him, or going into, is it the 35th year? And really, others, okay, would never have done a third, there we are, of the research that our lovely David Ark has done. Do you say? Yet others will upload videos over the years, okay? But really, all that they've done, there we are, is copied, isn't it? My delicious, there we are. I'm just done saying it the way it is. That's what they've done, okay? And then, of course, their numbers build and build and build and build. Do you say? Okay? And that's how it's gone. Do you see how it rocks and rolls, ma? There we are, delicious little babies. So, but a true one who should always, receive full praise is our lovely David Icke and his lovely dear little sons, Gareth and Jamie. That's who should get the real, there we are, credit. Do you see what I mean, okay? Too many copycats. Seeing it a lot over in Born in the USA. That's all I'm saying, my delicious, there we are, little babies, okay? Now then, so let's go on to the next one. All right, this is Myth Chronicler. Okay, I have mentioned him before, although his numbers have not gone up. From what I can see, I advertised him on... I think it could have been the 7th, was it? When I advertised him, Myth Chronicler. Could be. Yeah, 7th, I advertised him. So, very sadly, his numbers have not gone up yet, okay? Never mind, they will. Okay, my delicious little babies. So, this uploader happens to have 4,634 subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? On BitChute, it's a search engine of your choice. If you could please and thank you, type in myth, as in, oh, it's a myth, okay? Then space bar, chronicler, okay, my delicious little babies. That's the uploader, okay? And then space bar, BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. Now, the video should read spell in brackets ing, okay? Spell brackets ing. Are you a Hugh-man being a male question mark, a female question mark? Okay, my delicious little babies. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Spell ing, okay? Are you a Hugh-man being a male, a female? And of course, you know, question marks, okay? Yes, this video's just over 5 minutes long, okay? So it's not very long. Yes, so you've got a dear gentleman called Maxwell. That's his surname, my delicious little babies, okay? So Myth Chronicler has uploaded part of a video to do with Mr. Maxwell, okay? You know, what he's saying. And that really, that ones need to wake up. Now, you see, I cannot stand that word human. Now, I already, there we are, happen to know. You see, I prefer to say there we are mankind, okay? because it is those who have named us. There we are, human. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? So I feel that we have to get out of these words, there we are, what they have named us as. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? It's like people. I do not like that word either. I do not like the word bloody people. Okay, people sheeple is what somebody said long time ago, my delicious little babies, okay, which is very sad that, you know, somebody's come up with that, but very sadly, you know, and especially in the lockdown and what followed and everything, you know, very sadly, that is all we can, very sadly, call some mothers do have them, as I would say. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So, but there's many words, okay, that we need to get out, there we are, of the habit of saying, okay? It's like when they call us citizens or when they call us individuals. I've already mentioned that, okay? These are all, there we are, things that I already know, there we are, for years, okay? But it's really hard to get out of that habit, if you know what I'm saying to you. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? This is well worth a little listen, okay, my delicious little babies. Now, the next one, okay, this is, oh, and I've got one up here, okay, my delicious little babies. Sorry, I thought I hadn't said the whole lot, okay, my delicious little babies. And by the way, I'm not shouting at you. It's just things just pee me off sometimes, my delicious little babies, okay? I mean, I do have, there we are, a laugh every day, but it's just, it pees me off, you know what I mean? And to think what they've done to us all. Do you see what I mean, Ma? There we are, delicious little babies. It pees you off, doesn't it? Anyway, my delicious little babies. So this one here, this is, we're going to go back to now. Search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies. Don't space, tread, space, on, space, me. Then space bar, BitChute. And then you should have reached your destination. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, this video says, okay, pilot testifies Bill Gates, yes, that putrid little critter, spraying air, mRNA on, you know, when they say, I say mankind, via chemtrails. Okay, my delicious little baby. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Pilot testifies Bill Gates, the critter, spraying air, mRNA on our core mankind via chemtrails. Yes, my delicious babies. Now, I'd actually did another video where I'd actually mentioned, it was just over a couple of minutes long. And they have admitted in America, like I said, this video was only a shorty, just over a couple of minutes long, where they have already had to admit, you know, to do with the zazums, my delicious little babies, okay, that what they have been doing, there we are, is without our consent. You know, none of us around the world have given consent for any of this, okay? But what is worse about this particular, to do with this video, my delicious little babies, is that in order to those who refuse, because it is somebody's right to say yes or no. There we are, isn't it? Well, I would have thought so. Okay, my delicious little babies. Well, it appears that, well, they must be having trouble getting rid of the old, mustn't they, my delicious little babies? Because in order to get it into us, it's to do with the zazums, do you say? Well, actually, my delicious little babies, not only is it against us, okay, they've got no effing right to do that, but furthermore, at the end of the day, who is going to say something about this, my delicious little babies? They've got no effing right at all. And if somebody does not want to take anything, isn't that their own damn choice and damn right to do so? The effers that they are. I could say a lot more, my delicious little babies. I really flipping damn well could, you know. Do you see? Nobody's got a right to flipping spray, there we are, poison on any of us. The effers. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? But of course, this is what you're up against now then. But of course, they've had to admit it in America to do with you know, all of this and what they've been dropping all around the world, my delicious, there we are, little babies. Do you see, okay? And if one's bar now, not being nasty now, if one's bar now cannot see with their own eyes what the effing hell's going on here, well, I've got nothing more to say. Honestly, I've got nothing more to say. It's really frustrating. You know, I mean, who I've spoken to now, more and more, God bless them, there we are, working up to it. Okay, and it's not disrespectful the way that I've said it, my delicious little babies, okay? But you've had to get them to see, and now they have. Do you see? But it's been taking years for myself, there we are, pointing this out. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? But yeah, they've admitted it in America. The effers that there we are, that they are. What I'm getting peed off with, my delicious little babies, now I'm just going to be done saying it, I'm just going to quickly speed through. What I'm getting peed off about is that there's too much chatty, and not enough, there we are, getting effing things done now then, not only over the pond in Barn in the USA, but in our effing UK and in the effing other countries. I don't want to hear about, you know, oh yes, you know, oh, chapter, naughty, don't do it again, they can F off effing nicely. What we want is positive change. And one of those changes is to stop this effing shart what they're doing. Okay, they're wicked and putrid, but I've been saying anyway a long time. And for those of you out there, my delicious little babies, please, you know, I mean, I've been done saying this for how long? Years. I mean, you get a little chicken breast like that used to look like that. Now it looks like a house brick, God bless it. Why one's just not, there we are. I'm not going to say it about everybody, my delicious little babies, but there we are. But why aren't they seeing things? Do you say? Okay? It's like if you go to, where is it now? KFC. I haven't been for flipping years and years to a KFC. I remember the days when it used to be chicken. You know, for some used to call it chinkin. Do you know what I mean? My delicious little babies, you know, keep an eye on. There we are, China as well. My delicious little babies, okay? But then in latter years, you notice that the chicken was not quite right. Shall we say, my delicious little babies, it didn't look right, and it certainly didn't taste right. You see, my delicious little babies, okay? So that's what you're dealing with now, do you see to me? Well, long time, actually, okay? But yes, I actually, you know, to a degree, which I do, I feel blessed that I remember when meat, there we are, was meat, even though I do not eat meat anymore. You know, I haven't eaten meat now for there we are, years now, okay? My delicious little babies, I'd need to really spare a thought exactly how long, okay? But I remember when meat, used to be meat. Okay, my delicious little babies, and very sadly, for a lot, unless you go to, there we are, a quality place, okay, ones will find that most of it, there we are, has been pumped with something. You know, pump up the volume, do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? And they've got no consent, they've got no right, no effing right to do any of this to us, do you say? We have not asked to be poisoned. We have not asked for our food and our drinks to be poisoned. Have we, my delicious little babies? None of us have asked for this. Anybody with half a noddle, God bless them, not being rude or disrespectful, they're not going to say, oh yes, please poison me. Please put enough poison in everything, you know, just to make my body, you know, not work right, shall we say. Because you've got to remember that words are spells, my delicious little babies. There we are, been done saying it for years. Do you see what I mean? So I tend to be very careful, do you see what I mean, when I'm using words most of the time. There we are, most of the time. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Now then, so that's that, okay? Yeah, but that's about 13 minutes something, that video, my delicious little babies. But there we are, another one, well worth a listen to. Now, finally, the last video, okay? And I mentioned these rather a lot, okay? They're up to 7,550 subscribers, my delicious little babies. So it's understanding search engine of your choice, understanding space the space Lars, and then space bar BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. The video should read 1996. Michael Jackson's, God bless him, Michael Jackson's Jew me, sue me, kike me, infuriates Jewish leaders. Okay, my delicious little babies. So I'm just going to repeat that for you once again, shall I? 1996. Michael Jackson's Jew me, sue me, kike me, infuriates Jewish leaders. My delicious little babies. Yes, I actually remember this. What they were showing the video. It's about over 3 minutes long. I actually remember that. There we are watching it back in 1996 or 1993. I was 20, so I was 23 then. I remember this. Okay, it really casted me noddle back. Do you see what I mean? Okay. And what it was, so if you look at, say, what's going on now, my delicious little babies, and especially with all this, where you're not allowed to say this, and this is anti-Semitic, and that's anti-Semitic, okay, but it's all right for others, shall we say, to say what they damn well please, but it's not all right for others. Do you see what I mean, okay? What is it, all right for and thee, not for me? Do you see what I mean, okay? So very interesting to see that little over 3 minutes video, and of course it's to do with Brazil, and you know, whereas Michael Jackson, God bless his dear little soul, he would never ever have wanted to do anything to Brazil to give it a bad name or anything. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? But you see how the putrid effing box in the corner of the room, how the putrid little effers spin it now. Do you see what I mean? Yes, they put it on a right flipping spin wash. Do you see what I mean? Very interesting, yes, but if you look at what's happening now, and just cashed, there we are, you noddle back to 1996 with Michael Jackson. It's the same thing, you know. It's like he was singing a song a certain way. I personally never saw anything wrong with the words myself, my delicious little babies. But of course, your man there, this little Mr. Magoo, he said he promised not to say. Do you see what I mean? A silly little man, there we are, in a silly little suit. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So if you just cast your noddle back there, then you'll see it's no different now. There we are. Okay? But of course, you know, I'm not going to say, and I am going to say this, I'm not going to say that every Jewish, no I'm not, because I have actually met some very pleasant Jewish, and especially, like I said, when I was in There We Are Jewellery all those decades ago. So I'm not going to say that. Okay, all I'm doing is just telling you about the video, and to please and thank you to take a look. And you can see similarities, okay, my delicious little babies, like you're not allowed to say this, there we are, you're not allowed to say that, okay, my delicious little babies. But of course they expect you to, you know, kiss the asses of, you know, certain, oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for letting me live another day. Thank you for letting me live another week. Thank you for letting me live another year. Oh, F off nicely. That's what I've got to say, my delicious little babies. Do you say? And finally, okay, because we're going to shut down my video for today, okay? And thank you so very much for listening, and so much love to you all, okay? Yes, so, oh, sorry, I just got to tell you this, okay? This is flipping hilarious, okay? I'm not taking a mickey out of anybody who's had, okay, my delicious little babies. We all know the ones who I do not feel sorry for, you know, like the box in the effing corner of the room that me personally, I do not watch or do not have, okay? This is Katie Hopkins. I know that, you know, some may like her and some may not, okay? But, you know, the fact of the matter is she's flipping hilarious. I just found her to be hilarious a lot of the time, okay? So this is on her YouTube, my delicious little baby. She's got over 400,000 subscribers, my delicious little babies. And for most of you, you will know Katie, where she's just done saying it. There we are, the way it is. Okay, me personally, I see nothing wrong with it. Okay, for some things now, okay, my delicious little babies, but you cannot deny that this is not a flipping funny. It's just over a minute long, my delicious little babies. But like I said, I'm not taking the mickey out of anyone who's had. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, but you've got to see the point what she's making. She's flipping effing hilarious. Do you know what I mean? And it's Katie Hopkins. Well, this is her words, by the way, my delicious little babies. To the twats taking COVID tests. COVID. Get a grip. Okay, my delicious little babies. Okay, and you've got to hear it. Okay, she's just done telling it on YouTube because she's absolutely flipping effing right. Okay, I've never flipping wore a muzzle. I've never had that. Okay, and I certainly have never had one of those poxy effing tests that simply just do not flipping effing work, do they? Okay, my delicious babies, and I certainly have not had a swab up here or in another area, which of course there was videos on BitChute going back to the start of all of this, where they were doing that in airports, you know. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? And ones that we are actually bending over, literally, to have that done. How idiotic. Do you see what I mean? And I remember watching it. I remember watching these videos and I thought, for effing hell's sake. Do you see what I mean? That's how bonkers it was. My delicious little babies. And they've never seen anything like it anyway. But she's right. You know, do you phone a friend? Oh, that's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, isn't it? In our UK. I don't know if it's still running, actually. The point of the matter is, my delicious little babies, okay? You know, it's absolutely right. If you're poorly, well, you know if you're poorly, don't you? You don't need to take an effing test and you don't need to effing broadcast it. But I spoke to somebody the other day and they were still saying, God bless, because that's all we can say. Well, yes, you know, somebody who I know had COVID. Can you see, my delicious little babies, the level, there we are, of brainwashing? Do you say, okay, if there was to look in the encyclopedia, it equals a common cold, corona, okay? During that time, there was no colds, there was no flu. Oh, that went out the window, didn't it, okay? And just to let you know as well, that the bird flu has now started to be rolled out. Okay, my delicious little babies. So my strong advice would be not to fall for this, there we are, effing bullshit. Now we'll see what happens with this video, shall we, my delicious little babies? There we are, because I'm just done telling it, okay? But Katie Hopkins is absolutely right. And where she, you know, in fact, her you know, title to the video, I feel myself, is, well, I see no problem with the title to that video myself. Because it's just absolutely, there we are, bonkers, crackers and crazy. But of course you are going to get ones who could be on social media somewhere and they're absolutely, utterly convinced. But they've got themselves into such a routine. I knew a woman that moved out now. They sold the house and they've moved into the countryside. And you could not, God bless her, God bless her beautiful dear little soul, you could not talk to her. God bless. You know, she lives a bit of a way away, okay? But you couldn't talk to her. She's adamant she had to do that test every single day. Okay, and every time, yes. And I've known many, my delicious little babies, big times, there we are. Okay, it's just like, for some reason, there's a blockage. Do you see? But these ones who I feel go on social media, it's like, I totally, it's like the sympathy card. Oh, I'm not very well. If you're not very well, really, well, for myself, I mean, please, dear God, you know, touch wood, do you know what I mean? I'm fine, okay? You know, and I personally have never had none of that, okay? My delicious little babies. But what I'm saying is that if you're not well, for whatever reason it may be, whether it is the flu, whether it is a cold, and of course, if you got the flu, there we are, you certainly know you got the flu, okay? A cold is nothing compared, there we are, to the flu, okay? You know when you've got it, okay? And I've had it twice in my life and I'm 50. And that's not old, okay? and you're really not very well at all. Okay, and what was really interesting for myself is that any of these, you know, like these lemsips and things like this now, all that they did was make me project. So it's like my body was rejecting, we have the poison. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, so the best thing to do now is just, you know, to drink plenty of fluids, hydrate yourself, water or juice or coffee, tea, whatever it is, you know, whatever you can get down your neck, basically. Okay, but all you want to do is lie in bed, and it's even a struggle to get out of bed to go to the flipping toilet, isn't it, my delicious little babies, to nip to the loo? Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes? So the last thing you want to do is go on social media and say, oh, I'm not very well. Because I know I wouldn't, my delicious little babies. Do you see, if I'm feeling like sharp, the last thing you want to do is post it all over flipping social media. But that's what I'm saying to you. I feel that with some, they're genuinely, God bless them, and I do not mean this in a nasty way, that there appears to be some sort of mental health, there we are, issue going on. Do you see what I mean? I'm so sorry to have to say it that way, but that's the only conclusion that I can draw myself to. Anyway, my delicious little babies, but for some things Katie says, she's hilarious. I'm not going to say other things. No, I mean, you know, you can agree with some things. Like with anybody, somebody could look at my video, they could agree with some what I say, and maybe not others, but that's the beauty of life, isn't it, okay? But yeah, you know, she's funny, you know, but she does have like a really good, funny personality. She just doesn't saying things, do you see what I mean, okay? So I just wanted to point it out. I just couldn't help that one, okay? And very lastly, my beautiful little baby brother, he sent me, because it is the 10th of July today, 2024, he sent me a lovely little quote today, so I'm just going to quickly read it for you very quickly. The richest wealth is wisdom. The strongest weapon is patience. The best security is faith, because you gotta have faith, the faith, the faith. And the greatest tonic is laughter. Yes, my delicious babies, like I said, you've got to, you know, laugh at least once a day. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I know that life can be hard, but you know what I mean? But you still got to laugh. Because if you don't laugh, you're going to cry, aren't you? Right, okay. So, yeah, and then it just says, may God bless you with all of them for today and always. Amen. Yes, my delicious babies, I'm a little bit iffy with the word amen. Okay, my delicious babies, I tend to not say amen or amen. Okay, my delicious babies, I'm only saying it because it's just a camera, but there's something about that, there we are, years ago. Let's just say it's not really put there for what ones would spare a thought that it is put there for, okay? So I tend to miss that out. Okay, my delicious little babies, but I'm only saying it because my baby brother had sent the quote, okay? So until my next video, wishing you a beautiful morning, evening or afternoon. Have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life. Okay, my delicious little babies. So true. Okay, my delicious little babies. And yeah, the wind's picking up now. No sunshine. Okay. And sending your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families full protection. Okay, and may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families all have peace, love, harmony and bright blessings, okay? And if it is daytime, have a super duper day, won't you? My delicious little babies, okay? I'm just going to drink the rest of my coffee now. I'm just going to go outside for a bit, do you know what I mean, okay? So you just take care of yourselves. And once again, if you do happen to stumble across my video, please, you know, to take a look at the videos. And if there is, anybody who's sensitive, you know, to Katie Hopkins is, you know, over 1 minute video. I'm very sorry if you feel that way, okay? But the reason why I'm saying it is because, yes, she's damn right. I mean, this is ridiculous now. It's been proven. Do you know what I mean? So, like I said, I believe that ones, they could be having issues, okay, mentally, and that's not being nasty, my delicious babies, but this has got to stop, okay, because as long as it continues, these and the putrid little lackeys, sorry, see I'm stumbling, will keep rolling this shart out. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? So thank you for listening, so much love once again, God bless you all, okay, thank you for any views, any likes, and if you do enjoy the videos, the information that I've given, you do happen to pass those videos on that you're so very kind enough to take a look at, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and God bless you all, okay, because one way or another we have to keep getting the word out, okay, so much love you, take care, over and out.